This tutorial today is brought to you by Paranormal, Australia's largest online paranormal equipment store, if not the Southern Hemisphere. Hi, I'm Anne and I am the CEO, as Renata likes to call me, of Paranormal. Today we're going to be talking about K2 meters. People love them, or they hate them, or they simply don't know how to use them and they end up using them incorrectly and assuming that the fridge has a ghost in it. Anyway, let me talk to you about it. So I've got three here. Now, two of these are the same and one is different. Believe it or not, these two are the same. This one is not. If you come in close to this, you'll see that it has white on the sides, then it has the rainbow colour, and if you come over to this one, you'll see it's got those little lines in there. This is the original, or the proper K2 meter from DAS. This is the older version of the K2 meter from DAS. It doesn't have the lines in here, but it is one of the original ones from DAS. This one over here is a cheap copy that I ordered off Wish so that I could do a comparison of quality. And let me tell you, there's a big difference. So just be aware that if you're buying things on the internet from people, if it doesn't have those fine lines like that one there, then you're getting ripped off. It's not a proper K2. So the first thing I'd like to say about K2 meters are they are not ghost detectors. They detect changes in your environment. So they are looking for electromagnetic fields, and that's why we call it EMF. Now, the actual sensor for the K2 is up here. So when you're using it, you point this in the direction that you want to see if there is EMF in. So it is one of these instruments that can get put off or set off by a lot of false readings. So the hardcore ghost hunters, they prefer to use millimeters and tri-field meters and things like that. But for a beginner, this is a really good start, particularly if you do learn what can set it off. And if it does get a reading, then you think, oh, okay, let me check out all the things I know that can set it off before I consider other things. So the thought is that the spirits are either made up of this electromagnetic field, or they draw it in, or they affect it somehow or other. And that's what these devices are doing. They're looking for changes in the field. So there's lights here that will light up. Now, if I get my mobile phone up, because this is one of the things that will set it off. It's a good old mobile phone. So as you can see, that's going crazy there. So it is really important that when you use your phone, like I've actually seen people walking around going, oh, look, there's a ghost here, with their K2 on top of their phone. Make sure your phone is put onto aeroplane mode at least, preferably completely off, because it is still putting out some form of EMF, even when it's in aeroplane mode. Another thing you've got to be aware of these days is the smartwatches. So please make sure that you've got them on aeroplane mode as well. Otherwise they'll be searching for signal and they're going to be pinging, looking for things. The other thing that can set them off is walkie-talkies. Be very wary of tours when they've got walkie-talkies. If they're pressing those buttons, it will send them off, because that's sending out radio frequencies, which these will pick up on. And there was one really funny story we had with a lady who thought her handbag was haunted, because every time she went down to the handbag, the K2 flashed. She went, oh, I've got a ghost in here. And no, she had a magnetic latch on it, and the magnetic latch was sending it off. So magnets can also give you a false reading on that. So as long as you are aware, are there taxis going past? Do you have ships that might be using their radios, ship to shore sort of thing? You know, does someone have their mobile phone on, smartwatch, all that sort of thing? Be aware, and also within your house, go and work out where your man-made EMF fields are in your house. So you've got to look at your Wi-Fi routers and your lights and your computers, all your smart appliances, all those things. Make sure that you're nowhere near those, because I'm telling you now, your fridge ain't haunted. It may just be the dinner you forgot that you shoved up the back from 2 weeks ago that might be slightly dead.
So, Anne, how do you use the EMF in the field, the K2 meter?
So, look, the reason we use the EMF in the field is that high EMF in a house can actually cause issues for the people living within the house. It gives the sense of anxiety, paranoia. They feel like people's watching them, headaches. There's even reports of hair loss if you're sensitive to high EMF fields. So we would go into a house where people are reporting some of those things and see what the level of energy is within the house. Is there any problems with their EMF fields? But it's also thought that maybe the spirits can communicate with this, and you can actually ask them, like, if there are any spirits here with us in the room right now, could you please come near this box? And I like to hold it like flat out in my hand or put it on a flat surface. So could you please come and interact with this box so that we know that you are here with us? Make the lights flash. Now, if the lights don't flash, it doesn't mean it's broken, and doing this doesn't make it work better. It just means that they're not interacting with it, or they don't have the knowledge how to manipulate the EMF field to be able to make the lights go off in this. So basically, that's it. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me, anne@ozparatech.com. Bye.